Welcome to the Specialist Education Services presentation on behaviour as communication. The presentation will look at what behaviour as communication looks like and also some strategies to help. Behaviour as communication, what is it? Children may display several ways to communicate when there is something wrong. They may not even be aware of what is wrong and may not be able to say what the problem is. Behaviour can be shown in several ways. Sometimes the behaviour may be described by the child as anger. However, we need to be mindful that there will be emotions that hide behind the anger that are actually the reasons for the behaviour being shown. So behaviour can be shown as physical aggression, kicking, throwing objects, damaging property, verbal aggression, arguing, shouting, using inappropriate language. Some children, young people will use attention-seeking behaviours, shouting, banging, interrupting, screaming to get a reaction. Some children become withdrawn and quiet. They refuse to do as we ask them. They will self-harm. In fact, the list can just go on. This graphic shows a child's behaviour is not always what it seems. If we think of an iceberg and what's above the waterline, that's actually what we're seeing as the behaviour, i.e. anger. Underneath the waterline are things happening that we can't see. And these can be things like social skills. They may not know what to do in a social situation. They may be hungry. They might need some attention. Their basic needs may not be being met. They might be sad. They might be tired. They might have a sensory issues. The lights are too bright. The noise is too loud. All of these things are underneath the waterline. And these are emotions and reasons that fuel the main behaviour that we see. How can we know what the child is trying to communicate? You may already have good understanding of your child's triggers. However, these may change over time and as they get older and develop. Watch and see if similar things have happened before. We can look for a pattern on a particular day or during a particular lesson or an activity or at a particular time. They may have just had a busy day and may be tired or overstimulated. They may have fallen out with a friend. Something unexpected has happened. So something they were planning that was going to happen may have had to be changed or cancelled or postponed at the last moment. They may be worried about something that's due to happen. They're unsure about how it's going to work, what's going to happen when they get there. Sometimes it may not be one thing that has happened, but lots of little things which have resulted in them not being able to manage how they are feeling. I think we need to think of it a bit like a bank. And children may just need time alone and quiet to credit their emotions. Their bank account is empty because they've been overstimulated from being with people all day. They haven't had any time alone. They've been in a busy, noisy environment and they just need to just be. Strategies to help. When they are calm, we need to talk to them about what happened and how they are feeling. We can use I wonder statements. A good example of this is, I wonder if you were unhappy yesterday when you threw that toy. How can I help you so that it does not happen again? We can use visual cards or feelings lines. These can be used to support children and young people in communicating with you. Sand and water play can also support a child to communicate their needs, thoughts and feelings. They may like to talk to another trusted adult. Some children prefer to draw or write how they are feeling, and some prefer to tell a favourite teddy or a puppet rather than talk to you directly. It is important to listen, really listen, and give them time to take on board what has been said or asked. It is also important not to answer for them. We just need to be alongside them to show them that we care and that we can help. More strategies. Your child may be happier to talk to you when it doesn't appear to be a direct conversation. So whilst you're out for a walk, in the car, when you're driving, playing a game or building something together. Children and young people find it easier to talk when they are feeling relaxed and safe. They might not have the language to talk about what was happening to them or for them. It can help if the adult models this to the child and talks about how they are feeling at different times and in different situations. Remember to use praise, as this will develop their confidence and encourage them to want to continue to build on their achievements. Once you have more understanding of what your child is trying to communicate, you can then begin to look at what you can do to support them. Thank you for listening.